On a rainy morning back in 2023, we would take shelter alone within what was once one of the UK's largest paper-making sites.
Oh my god.
It's a very, very big operation.
It's not often you find paper mills left like this, with just everything in here.
In today's Urbandoned video, we explore the defunct Stoneywood Mill near Aberdeen, Scotland, which ceased operations in 2022 after 250 years of paper production. A year after closure, the building was beginning to deteriorate, yet everything remained inside. Join us as we cover the entire property for the final time. The sun steadily rose to brighten a bleak, misty morning as we approached the gigantic Scottish industrial complex around the back.
Just do it quick because I don't think there's going to be any on-site security.
Tripping a few solar-powered cameras, we proceeded with our mission, believing if we could make it into the former mill, it would be too vast for a response to find us.
Maybe go one at a time on them.
The rain hammering down, we scuttled over slippy slate roofs until we found what we were searching for.
Electricity's working. Theo's picked up some local garments from the paper mill, which is thankfully covered by his bag because the business is branded on the back. This place could be really good.
I have high hopes for it.
Yeah, if
The
it's
wind,
if it's not stripped.
the wind and the rain outside makes for an atmospheric explosion. It looks like a huge mill room coming up. Oh, I can see machines at the far end, which is a great sign.
Oh yeah, it's rolling machinery. It's modern, but
Imagine when this was full.
that's a really good sign for the rest of the place. Oh, we can't seem to get the power working in this room. And I don't want to shine my torch because we think there's on-site security. But this machine is huge. It's more modern than the one on the left, which looks like it was decommissioned earlier. But number 3 cutter is written on it. And there's definitely 2 in this room, possibly 3. But I think this one is just one huge machine. More natural light.
Yeah, I was just about to say the same.
Oh, there's so many machines.
Makes a difference with the light. For sure. It's a shame about all the plastic wrapping on it.
I love these retro signs. Really cool. They're like the ones that would have invited people to help out in the war.
I see why they've put the wrapping on them though. You can say it's a shame visually, but they're doing their best to preserve the machinery that's been probably in here for years upon years.
It had only been 1 year since the huge plant had been shut down, so we were surprised to see water ingress and decay taking place. It seemed that the aged factory had reached its structural expiration.
There's tracks on the ground here. The locker room. So many workers' belongings and clothes in here. And it's actually been a little bit trashed as well, which in some ways I like, for it to be slightly decaying than untouched. This is just a staff room though. Windows totally wrecked.
It's a really old sign. Something about shutting doors correctly, but it's outdated compared to the rest of the signage in here.
Look at all the awards. These plaques. It's clearly a very successful business when it was running. There's an office space here. Monitors still there. High-vis still hung on the wall. Just totally untouched. I've not seen somewhere like this in the UK for so long. We're in 2023 now, and I doubt this video will come out this year or even the next, but it is truly something. It just shows you how increasingly rare these types of places are becoming due to popularity and whatnot. Let's see what's up these stairs. You can see more machines. It's a massive production hall. It's mostly empty, but these are quite cool. Smaller rollers. Auto feeds.
This is probably a packing hall, and the reason I say this is due to the locations that we've got hanging above. All of these seem to be in the UK. I was going to say they're postcodes next to them, but I don't think they are. I might be wrong though. Over here, got overseas orders as well, so this links directly to that production line that I was filming before. Maybe this is where the packed orders came from, or were either deposited. I'd probably think it'd be the first option, but it's really cool to see them all still hung up here.
Papermaking in Aberdeen dates as far back as the late 1600s, but Stoneywood Mill would be established in 1770 amidst a wealthy estate. It would begin producing fine writing papers, but would rapidly expand. Moving into the 19th century, the introduction of the first rolling machines and growing demand for the material would turn the business global. Continuing to develop the large site, Stoneywood papers were sold widely overseas, and it was estimated that a significant portion of Aberdeen's workforce was employed by the paper industry.
A typical Avery scale. First one of them I've seen, although I've seen quite a few scales on this floor. And some more offices. Look at this safe. Huge door. There's storage in there, but all the old worker writing, 2006. Some of it's so faded.
I already knew this would be a loading bay area before I even saw the signage, the same that's hung across the hall. So this confirms my theory that the packed orders would be placed here based on their client's location, and then loaded out, either on a van or a truck. I'm sure everyone knows that though.
Forklift truck. You can see they have these mirrors all around the site, and this separated area would have been the path for the vehicles to drive across. Just looks like storage up here though. Signs indicate that anyway. So I think we'll probably head down soon. It smells like a farm.
So we've actually gone upstairs, trying to meander our way through this very complex and large site. Oh, this is like grease, I think. It's very slippy because I just stood in it.
Is it? Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I probably shouldn't be walking in this, but oh well.
Oh, it's going to leave a nice mess in the car. Is that a lab on the left?
No, it's just an office. It's got a lot of bottles in it, that's all. Calendars dating back to 2016, which is 8 years ago now, which is mental.
It's like an archive storage room. Loads of documents. This reminds me of Robert Fletcher's. Although it's a bit more modern. We are trying to find a way down, but these upper floors are really interesting. They just look like they've not been used for quite a while. There's stairs there, but I'm not too curious to go down. All these offices just look like they've been smashed for years, and computers remain in every single one still. Besides this one. You can see how much it's been rummaged through by vandals. Clearly a staff member with a golden retriever as well. Never mind, that is not a golden retriever. Upon closer inspection. We spotted some old machines behind this chained area, so it's got the job of slipping through. You've done it. Yeah, I'll pass you your camera.
These are what caught my eye earlier. So let's see what they are. They're extremely old. It explains why this is locked off. People haven't really got in here. This is really cool. Completely open to elements. It looks like it might have even been a museum piece, but there's one back here that's still cased up quite well, which leads me to suspect that it was on display even more, but what a great piece of machinery.
It appears that this was a model of one of the paper mill's rolling machines, a tease for what we hope to come across shortly.
After a slight bit of confusion, I think we're getting somewhere now.
Yeah, it looks like we're in the heart of a machine here.
Yeah. It is all still here.
Oh man, this could be really cool through here.
Oh, we're inside a roller.
Yeah, literally. Massive roller right here. This was probably used for maintenance more than access. Oh man, you can see all the rollers on the left.
Oh yeah, shine your torch through. Wow.
They're massive.
Yeah, they go up like 2 stories as well.
It's a very, very big operation.
Yeah.
It's one machine of many, isn't it, really? Think about all of the production that would have happened from just this machine alone.
Natural light.
Looks complex down here.
Oh my god.
Again, more exposed machinery. I think there's fabric still in situ there.
I think this is the longest roller I've ever seen. This is bigger than the one at Fletcher's.
Yes, by far.
Definitely bigger than the one in the factory we saw in France.
And here's probably it's one end of the line, isn't it?
Yeah.
Emerging out of the darkness with the aid of a golden sunrise, we were witnessing the most intact rolling machines we had ever seen. In the 1920s, the mill was brought into the Wiggins Teep Group, which would later merge with a French papermaker and become arjowiggins. Towards the end of the 20th century, paper production progressed, but the industry was weakening. Stoneywood, known as Aberdeen's last surviving paper mill.
Behind us here, I've just noticed these two glass windows. So we've got two panels, a main one and a smaller one. Not that dated, but still equipped with buttons, and they're very tactile, which is very nice. And the paperwork's in here as well. Don't tend to see gauges on these modern panels, but there's a couple up there for the refineries and other parts of the plant.
This machine is awesome. The way it's just corroding. It's only been closed for a little over a year, but obviously parts have been shut for much longer. You can see Theo in the control room there. But I don't know, the way it's rusting makes me think that this one's been out of use for a while longer, but perhaps that's just the effect of the paper material when it's just left overnight, it seems. It's great getting different perspectives of these machines there. Helps that there's little walkways. Let's come around to the other side. A cool panel here. The opposite end of the roller. How long do you think this is? Like 100 metres?
I'd say more.
More?
Yeah, probably 250.
Yeah. And I believe from the way that it's laid out on this side, this would be the end of it, and stuff would probably be exported out of this large door here.
Massive board here, showing the elevation view, process diagrams of everything going on in this section. It's safe to say I don't understand the majority of it, but it is still very cool. It's a bunch of what I believe to be performance graphs, as they've labelled it up here, as well as health and safety graphs and charts. Might be hard to see with my torch, but these are dating accidents, accidents on shifts, production levels, machines, and whether they're broken or not. It's very transparent. I guess it would probably help the working environment too.
Completely untouched. All the monitors, printers, still there. And this looks like a small lab. Although it too has monitors. Interesting machines, I've not seen one of these before. The staff kitchen right next to the laboratory. Seems strange, but maybe they'd always keep hazardous chemicals away from the food.
Now underground, in the same section of the paper mill we've just been in, still don't know what this is, and we have been reading the comments, but yet we've not learnt anything so far. We're trying our best there.
Yeah, there was just a bit too much in this place to learn. Wow. All the motors on that.
Yeah, it's a cool way of mounting them, isn't it?
16 of them.
Yeah, power somewhere down here.
Yeah. All that stuff on all the pipes. It's like a dusting.
Oh, another entire roller mill. Looks like we can get on top of this one here, actually. Be a bit of a climb up. The fabric on top of it there is really clean. And the skylights are giving this one a very nice orange glow. This one's really nestled away. Look at the complexion of pipes, cable and motors over there.
This is a cool looking panel, all metallic. It's got the flow chart of the equipment as well, and I like this little station next to it where someone could obviously keep updating the system. Lower space for the keyboard, upper space for the monitor. On the side of the rollers. I think this is the 4th rolling machine we've seen. Goes further that way to the left. I think we've got a loop around there.
There's a really old monitor up there. Possibly the oldest piece of general equipment I've seen so far.
Emergency shower station this way. Lovely natural light coming in. I think the sun rises, casting that orange glow on the left. And this is another rolling machine on the right. That looks like some form of control room up there. That boxed Philips monitor is pretty cool. I feel like stuff like that will be vintage in 20 years or so. It is unlocked. Modern row of monitors, but still pretty cool. Have a great view overlooking the machinery too.
Entering the pandemic, the paper industry was already under immense pressure as demand declined. With rising energy and material costs reducing profit, Arjowiggins was liquidated in 2019. By 2022, the historic mill would be closed, with the loss of 300 jobs.
I think it's fairly obvious what this is. Small laboratory. See some mechanical base pieces of equipment here. There's something like a press there, some sort. This is really cool. Here, I can't remember my scientific apparatus names, but there's this glass tube with the bung in the top. That'll either be centrifugal or heat-based, perhaps. Electromantle, it could be doing something with electrolytes. And further back here, even more equipment. Some sort of graph. And each station has a little sign. So here they'd have done a wet opacity test, which I assume is just putting paper, wetting it and testing it. Even more machines here, some more modern than others in this room.
Made it inside the other building. It's very large as well. Already looks considerably more decayed and older. That panel there on the wall reminds me of something like Molson Coors Brewery in Staffordshire. Oh, it's a good sign because I thought that this building looked more modern in a way that it could be repurposed, but there's no signs of that. All the machinery's still here and it looks like it's decaying quite nicely. I'm really excited to see what this one holds. This staircase seems very old. I feel like the upper floors are going to be even more decayed. The sunlight coming in just highlights those peels. Yeah, this is really, really cool. Lovely colours, those greens and blues. And I mean, everything is still here. Chemical holding tanks down there. I've got a feeling this would have been the pulp processing area. Large parts of this building anyway. There's water dripping everywhere in here. Worrying times for the future if it's not sorted out in some way. Oh, cool. Huge motors. I think this is a pump room. These are nice though. Retro, and the colour scheme's really cool.
I do love the posters plastered everywhere. They're slightly dated, but again, no, it's not that old currently. It's a very big hall. It's quite deceptive when you walk in. It's obviously something above that's encased. The majority of this is what looks like individual operations. Apart from down here. Row of lots of motors, big motors at that. So what the motors would have been working is these machines here that are quite inconspicuous. But it looks like they may have had tracks at the top in between these two areas. Maybe something to do with heat. Gotta go have a closer look. This bit looks incredible. All the daylight coming in, and there's a tiled wall as well.
Oh, the colours again.
Oh,
Lime green roof.
it's actually netting,
Oh yeah.
but it does add to it.
It does add to it.
Definitely.
I think this is the logo of the company on the wall. Made out of
This is
iron.
really nice. Similar machines to the last, but
Yeah, there's just more paper machines.
judging by the theme of all the control rooms in this place, this is probably going to be one. It is indeed. And my god, is it better than the rest. This blue outline is amazing. All the files still in situ. A little cubby for the monitor. And the main long panel looking out over the plant. This is extremely nice.
We felt that this section of the factory felt much older, but still retained an untouched appearance. The dated control room filled with equipment and files, as it was on the final day of operations. Gazing from it onto rusting machinery, you can imagine the churning muffled noises running for hours during the plant's centuries of service.
It's a cool panel, although the gauges have been removed. It opens up here, this is a massive room.
Oh, it is, isn't it? It's kind of steelworks, power station-esque with like the gantry runs on the top left.
Yeah.
It's very tall.
This is a slitter. God knows what that does.
Oh wow, look at the sunlight coming through that shutter down there.
That's so cool. Look at that plaque at the top of the machine, it says Jagenberg.
Yeah, man. This might be one of the better rooms you've seen, actually.
Look at this panel. I have to find out what this machine does. I've never seen anything like it. Almost reminds me of something that we've seen at a paint factory. You can see where the paper would wrap around those rollers. This looks very old. Outdated. Just like this room. Again with more unusual machines. You can see the production line there. And from the way these look, it looks like they would clamp over the thing that was passing through here. Would love to see this sort of stuff working. Better be extremely loud. It's another new machine, I've not seen that one. Casting laboratory in here. Looks big as well. Oh yeah, this is really nice. It's dated, but it's not too dated. A lot of the stuff is still here as well, which is cool. There's like crystals in this jar.
Keeping theme with the rest of the complex, the laboratories had been left in a time capsule condition. Here, the raw materials were tested and quality control would have occurred.
An admin section next to the laboratory. All the stuff's in here. It's the most untouched admin section we've seen. It's not as trashed as the other one. Wow. Just keeps on going. With these massive paper machines. Look over there as well, there's so many. And it's got that classic factory arch for the production halls that you see. I think that is all of this building though. It's been better than the first one, I would say, in terms of the dated architecture, and every single machine was still here in every room. But all in all, this place has been amazing. It's not often you find paper mills left like this, with just everything in here. And it's been a treat to walk around it. There's bits we probably missed as well. It's just so big. Every room contains something of interest.
Having any large industrial site to yourselves for a day is a special experience, but considering the history and connection to the city of Aberdeen, we would remember our Stoneywood Mill exploration very fondly. It had been a rare glimpse into the beginning, success and demise of the paper industry. The pride shown by company awards hung up on the walls, the importance shown by the size and scale of the plant and its machinery, and the despair, with nothing but neglect shown since. The factory was demolished between late 2024 and 2025, leaving little trace of one of Scotland's last surviving paper mills. Here are some of our photographs captured at the abandoned paper mill. If you like the look of them, check out our Instagram page in the description, where we share images from our explores months before they are seen on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed a look at one of the best industrial abandonments we have ever seen in the UK. Some 2025 explorations to come. See you next time.